Hello and welcome to the OutPower newscast. On today's news, we'll be talking about progressive web applications, a new platform server number versioning, and the future technology trends. We also cover an article by a community member where he shares his experience while developing reactive web applications, and as it is usual, we go over the latest from the OutSystems community. Let's start this week's newscast by going over the announcement that progressive web applications are finally available, although only in early access mode. With this announcement also came an article on the OutSystems blog where it goes over the benefits of using a progressive application, and it helps us best understand why this technology is the next step for OutSystems. If you wish to know more, you can find the blog post by visiting the following link. If you wish to give it a go at building a progressive web application, you should be aware that there are some prerequisites. The requirements criteria is as follows. Not only Service Studio, but the platform and lifetime should be updated if necessary, and the early access mode should be enabled in the lifetime. More detailed information can be found at the Documentations page in the OutSystems 11 section. The platform versioning has been changed to mimic the one that is already in use by the development environment. The new versioning will start with the following platform server, which would correspond to this version number in the old format. The change to the versioning format will have no impact on the compatibility between the development environment, platform server, or lifetime. Also, the lifetime component should also be affected by the versioning format change in the near future. For more information, you can find the forum post at the following link. OutSystems posted an article that goes over what could be the next big technology trends for 2020, taking into account the new technology, the top technology, and the future business trends. The article also goes over how enterprises relate to software development and how this affects the developers. And after taking into consideration all that was mentioned, the article follows up with 10 ways organizations will use low code to make themselves more competitive. You can find the article in the OutSystems blog at the following page. Next, we go over to our Hints and How-Tos segment. On this week in Hints and How-Tos, we'll be talking about a blog post by the community member Lucian Chiav, where he shares some of his experience while developing reactive web applications. He goes through an example where he applies concepts such as a 4-layer canvas and a singleton design pattern to the development of a reactive web app. Definitely an interesting read, and if you wish to find more, you can reach the article at the following link. Following Hints and How-Tos, let's go check what has been happening lately on the Forge. After going through the deployments by the community members on the Forge for this passing week, the following is our selection of components for this week's top picks. After the Forge segment, let's jump over to the idea of the week. This week on the idea segment, what we found out that has captured the attention of the OutSystems community was a request to allow to set the value of client variables from within JavaScript nodes. Allowing to change the value of a client variable in a reactive web app or mobile app from a JavaScript node will be possible using a syntax similar to this one. The idea also suggests that the available client variables should be listed on the scope tree of the expression editor. By allowing the JavaScript node to set the value of a client variable avoids the extra work of creating a setter client action just to change the client variable value. If this sparks your interest, you can find it by navigating to this OutSystems Ideas page. And with that, we wrap up today's edition of the newscast. Thank you very much for watching, and please join us next time for more OutSystems news by OutPower. Have a good day.